I remember the lights on our Christmas tree flickering softly that night, casting warm shadows across the living room. The scent of pine and fresh cookies still lingered in the air. I had spent the entire day preparing everything, roasting the turkey, wrapping the gifts with care, even wearing that deep red dress he always said made me look beautiful. I wanted this Christmas to be perfect. After 5 years of marriage, I still believed we were building something real. But as the clock ticked past 7, the house felt too quiet. Too empty. I checked my phone again. No messages, no calls. Just the gentle hum of the heater and the soft crackle of the fireplace. "He'll be home soon," I whispered to myself, forcing a smile. He had told me he needed to run a quick errand before dinner. Something about picking up a special surprise. I believed him. I always did. Hours passed. The candles burned lower. The cookies grew cold. I sat on the couch in my red dress, staring at the empty spot beside me, replaying our last conversation in my head. "I won't be long, love. Save some dinner for me." His voice had sounded so normal, so loving. How could I have known? What I didn't know was that while I waited alone in our warm home, my husband was across town with her, his ex-wife and the daughter I had tried so hard to welcome into our lives. The family he never truly left behind. The secret he kept hidden behind smiles and promises. I finally called him around 9. It rang once, then went to voicemail. My heart started to race. Another call. Nothing. By 10:30, worry had twisted into something heavier. A deep, sinking dread. I paced the living room, the hem of my dress brushing against the hardwood floors. The Christmas lights suddenly felt mocking, bright and cheerful in a home that was slowly falling apart. Then, just before 11, my phone lit up. Not with a call from him, but a message from an unknown number. A single photo. My husband, laughing in a cozy living room I didn't recognize. His arm around his ex-wife. Their daughter sitting between them, opening gifts under a tree that wasn't ours. The timestamp said it was taken that same evening. My hands shook as I stared at the screen. The cookies I had baked with love suddenly tasted like ash in my memory. Everything I thought we had built, shattered in one frozen image. I sat there in the glow of our Christmas tree, tears streaming down my face, wondering how long this had been going on. How many lies had filled the spaces between our I love yous, but that photo was only the beginning. What happened next changed everything. I didn't scream. I didn't throw things. I just sat there numb as the clock struck midnight. The pain was so deep it felt like something inside me had cracked wide open. This wasn't just one night. This was years of quiet doubt suddenly screaming in my face. When he finally walked through the door past 1 in the morning, the scent of her perfume still clung to his coat. He looked surprised to see me awake, still in that red dress, eyes swollen from crying. "Baby, I'm so sorry," he started, the lies already forming on his lips. Traffic was terrible. The store was packed. I held up my phone. The photo. His face went pale. For a moment, he tried to deny it. Then the truth spilled out in broken pieces. He had been seeing her again for months. "It's complicated," he said. "She's the mother of my child. I couldn't just walk away from them. But I love you." I was going to end it. The words felt like knives. I had welcomed his daughter into our home. I had tried to be the bigger person. I had loved him through every late night and every vague excuse. And this Christmas, the one I had planned so carefully, he chose them over me. The next few days were a blur of heartbreak. I barely slept. I replayed every moment, every sweet text, every promise. Friends tried to comfort me, but nothing could touch the emptiness I felt. I would wake up reaching for him, only to remember he had chosen someone else while I waited alone in our home like a fool. But something began to shift inside me around the 3rd day. The tears stopped. The deep sadness hardened into clarity. I started noticing things I had ignored before. The hidden bank transfers, the second phone he thought I didn't know about, the way he always defended her. The proof had been there all along. I just hadn't wanted to see it. I quietly gathered everything, screenshots, bank statements, messages from her that he had deleted but never truly erased. With every piece of evidence I found, my pain turned into something sharper, stronger. I wasn't going to scream or beg. I was going to make sure he understood exactly what he had thrown away. By Christmas Eve's 1-week mark, I had made my decision. I contacted a lawyer. I spoke to a financial advisor. And I reached out to someone I never thought I would need. His business partner who had always been kind to me. The truth was ready to come out. Midnight on New Year's Eve became the moment everything changed. He came home that night expecting forgiveness. Expecting me to still be the understanding wife who would wait again. Instead, he found the house quiet, the Christmas decorations already taken down. I was sitting at the dining table with a folder in front of me. "What's this?" he asked, confusion turning to panic as he opened it. Everything. The proof of his double life. The money he had secretly sent to his ex. The messages. Even a statement from his business partner confirming he had missed critical meetings because he was with her. His face crumpled. "Please, don't do this, but it was already done." By morning, the papers were filed. His business partner pulled out of their joint venture after learning the truth. The accounts we shared were frozen. His reputation, the perfect family man image he had carefully built, began to crack in front of everyone we knew. He lost the house. He lost the respect of friends who had watched me suffer in silence. And by the following midnight, just 1 week after that painful Christmas, he had lost the life he thought he could keep while holding on to both worlds. I didn't need to raise my voice. I didn't need cruelty. The truth, once revealed, became the quietest and most powerful revenge. Now, months later, I sit in a new home. Smaller but mine. The Christmas tree this year is simple, but it brings me peace. I no longer wait for anyone. I've learned that love should never make you feel invisible. That loyalty is not a one-way street, and that sometimes the strongest thing a woman can do is stop waiting and start choosing herself. If you're watching this and you're in pain right now, feeling betrayed, forgotten, or broken, know this. The midnight you fear is often the beginning of your freedom. Let the truth do its work. Heal in silence. Rise in dignity. The life waiting for you on the other side is brighter than you can imagine. Thank you for being here with me. If this story touched you, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. You are stronger than you know. Until next time, take care of your heart.